So, yesterday, I grabbed my phone and. Alright, no more of that. So, as I said, yesterday, I got my phone and I looked through 377 days of my FitnessPal inputs in a row. And what I noticed was, bro, in the beginning, there was so much sugar and so many carbs. It was kind of unbelievable at this point. And at the end, where I am now, there's basically no sugar. Well, no unnatural sugar. I eat fruit sometimes. No, so basically no unnatural sugar and no, or not no carbs now. I still eat carbs, but I try to limit them. And so basically, I wanted to figure out if the change took place quick or in a slower period. And so I noticed that in the first about 100 days, my diet didn't change that much. I noticed that there was a similar amount of sugar each day, similar amount of carbs. Obviously, there were changes because it's a different day, but in the whole scale, it was basically the same. And so I noticed then at around day 130, I think that was around the period where I wanted to stop eating sugar, completely. That was my idea. I wanted to stop immediately. I said to myself, no more sugar. And obviously that didn't work at all. I kept having it, but now it was more of a relapse rather than just I ate sugar, because I was aware that I didn't want to eat sugar. And so at this point, it was more of a back and forth. A few days I would have no sugar, and a few days I would have a ton of sugar, just because it was basically an addiction. So it was treated like one. And so I kept going back and forth. I would have sugar some days, I would not have sugar other days. And that day, I don't know what it was, but after a while of that, I was able to not have sugar for a week. And a week doesn't sound like that long, but it made me feel like how I would when I didn't have sugar. It would make my mind sharper, basically, because there wasn't a bunch of brain fog from all the processed stuff that I was eating before. And I didn't even notice this brain fog before I stopped eating sugar. I didn't notice it because I thought it was normal. I thought that, I don't know, it was just what I always felt, so I didn't think it was brain fog. But then I was thinking so much more clearly when I stopped eating all the sugar and stuff, that, I don't know, I just had the motivation to stay off of it. And obviously, my diet's not perfect, bro, I think I ate some yogurt with chocolate chips probably a week and a half ago. And if I'm with friends, or no, not if I'm with friends. If I'm with friends, I wouldn't eat. If I'm with family, I would get a treat with them, just to spend time with them, because I think that's more important. I wouldn't want them to feel bad just because I didn't want to eat sugar with them. But with friends, I would. I don't care. With friends, I wouldn't eat sugar. Yeah. And so anyway, I just wanted to document how I made the change to basically no sugar, because I don't even really like it that much anymore. It doesn't appeal to me. And that's due to a few reasons. One, I just haven't had it in a while. Two, I'm just used to not eating it. And three, fruits are my favorite food in the world. So it's like, yeah, I get my sugar from that. And so basically, I think for most people, or I don't know for most people, but at least for me, sugar was an addiction. I was going to 7-Eleven probably 5 times a week around 2 years ago after my cross-country practice. And I was always getting Sour Patch Kids, and that has like 100 grams of sugar in it. In like one of those containers. Or not, like bags. And weirdly enough, I was able to stop after one day because I was like, okay, no more of this. And I never ate Sour Patch Kids again. Which, I mean, thank God, but also it didn't really teach me anything. Well, it taught me not to eat Sour Patch Kids, but like, it didn't teach me not to eat. It didn't allow me to learn how to get rid of an addiction. And so for the sugar thing, I kind of had to learn it. And what I did was I kept eating it. And after the 130 day mark or whatever, when I started not wanting it, I basically had periods where I would want it and then didn't have it, and then periods where I would want it and couldn't restrain myself, so I had it. And every time I had it, I started thinking about how I actually didn't want it while I was having it. And I think this made me have a mindset where it's just like, it's not good. It's not good for you, and it's just not good overall. And I think it helped a lot. And yeah, I just kind of forced myself into thinking it wasn't even good. I was just having carbs for no reason. And it obviously was not a instantaneous effect. It took probably 7 or 8 months for me to get to where I am now. And yeah, I just wanted to share that in case it would help anybody who's suffering through that or a different addiction. I don't know if it would translate, but hopefully you'll learn something. So yeah, bro. See ya. Damn, that was 7 minutes.